Let us pray. Dear God, I thank you for this opportunity to come in front of your people. Regardless of what denomination we are all faith believers in your Son, Jesus Christ. We come today to remember and celebrate the birth of your Son. You sent down to suffer with us, to understand us and to beat us, and then to resurrect and deliver us out of slavery and into freedom, and to divine and enter a relationship with you forever and always. God, I ask that you take this time and you take the words that I have planned and have them set aside so you can speak through me. That whatever you have planned to come forward. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Like I said before, it is definitely a privilege to be here with everybody. I don't know what our count is, but we're probably close to 200 people here, which is fantastic. But the one thing that I have noticed about this community is that our community gives. It gives abundantly. It gives beyond our normal understanding of what a small community where we might know what's going on with our neighbor's life a little bit more than we're supposed to, but that's because we're in a small town and that happens. But I believe that this community, when I think we were here maybe 2 months and we went to pancake breakfast at the firehouse, and it was almost standing room only, and then after lunch or after church one day we had a spaghetti dinner over at the school, and they raised a couple $1,000, and we got to participate with the girls basketball team in the breakfast with Santa. It's just a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful community where people care about each other, where there was too many people to help us move in. And it wasn't people that were United Methodist or Lutheran. I mean, the mayor was even there. I got a Facebook message from the mayor within about 2 or 3 hours of the announcement of me coming here. So I don't know who told the mayor that I was coming, but he got the message. And I got to go out on a golf outing and make myself look bad. But thankfully, Keith Cruz is on my team, so I didn't look that bad. But if you don't know where Keith is, he's right there in the middle of the place. But it was a great opportunity because we raised money for the baseball team to be able to put up a new batting cage. And so I had the opportunity to meet some of the coaches from the baseball team and help them put up a batting cage. And I've been able to go play basketball with some guys. And once again, I'm glad Steve Plesnick is there so I don't look so bad. But and we even invite people like Tom Nicholson to come play basketball. And Tom even comes and plays and has a good time with us. But there's a community here. There's a community of people, regardless of faith, that come together for the glory of God. They come together in a time of need. I went to the school about a month ago because I saw a Facebook message, and it said that, hey, if you can make some donations to some of our kids for our Santa shop, we'd greatly appreciate it. And I saw this while I was paying attention in my class, and I was on Facebook paying attention in class. And I saw this message, so that was Tuesday, and then I came back to work on Wednesday and did what I needed to do, and I made it my priority that on Thursday morning before I even came into work, that I was going to go to the school and I was going to walk in there with a blank check and find out what the need was. So I'm in there and I'm talking to the principal, and the secretary comes in and they say, we really appreciate it, but you're a day late. And I was like, what do you mean I'm a day late? And they pulled out this wad of money and a couple different checks. The community had seen the need that there may be a couple kids that don't have what other kids are going to have for Christmas. And they had an abundance. They had too much. Process that. Our kids had too much money to be able to buy presents for other people in their family. I got to walk around with some of the kids and got to help them pick out different gifts, and they had this list. And I had teachers come back up to me and they said, listen, we've got this extra money, but all of our kids have bought what they needed already. And so the teachers now there's more money in the PTA to do other great things. And when we look at the scripture and we look at what's going on with Jesus here, we get this opportunity where Mary and Joseph are traveling alone, but they're not alone. We know that God is there with them. We know that God is there present, and we know that God is giving to them in abundance. There's no room at the inn, and it doesn't matter. Because we don't need the big house, we don't need the fancy hotel. We need somewhere just to lay our hat at the end of the night. We are all welcome in the house of God. This is God's house. This isn't the United Methodist Church house of Woodville. This is God's house for faith-practicing people and to be inviting new people to come and be part of our faith communities. Regardless of if we're Lutheran, regardless if we're Catholic, United Methodist, it doesn't matter. We're called to give. We're called to be part of the family. We're called to be part of the faith. It makes perfect sense that on that day when I went in there and I said, well, where is there another need at the school? And the nurse came up to me and said that normally there's this food drive, and this food drive's not happening this year. And our Good Samaritan food bank might be hurting. And I had just made that announcement the Sunday beforehand, that this offering today was going to go to them. That this offering was going to fill a need that I didn't know even existed. That our faith communities together didn't know existed. So in the giving that we're given, the opportunity to celebrate and giving all these gifts and having the meal together and having all of this fellowship together in one house today, we get to hear music and everybody's singing because everybody sings the same hymns. The message doesn't change. We're given a chance, an opportunity today that during this offering, we get to give back to the Good Samaritan Food Bank. It may be our neighbors behind us, in front of us, across the street, to the house to the left or the right. We may never know where it goes. But as a faith community together of Woodville faith-practicing Christians, today on this day, we get the chance to give back to those around us. And we get to be that light in the dark world, to share in our abundance. The ushers, please come forward. This offering is not going to our church, it's not going to Lutheran Church. The offering is going straight to the Good Samaritan Food Bank to fill a need in our community.